Hello guys, this is Cody here. Before I make this video, I want to tell you that in my previous video, people in Sydney are very cold inside, etc. I observed that many people, watch my video and they kind of agree with what I'm saying and they supporting my point of view. And I appreciate that very much. I respect that because it's one of the reasons that makes me continue with the videos with these topics and makes me feel like I can be listened and I can talk and share more opinions about what I really see, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I also noticed, I want to mention, I also noticed one comment which was kind of inappropriate, was kind of not really good, and I just want to tell you that if some specific people doesn't like my videos and doesn't like what I'm saying and kind of disagree with my point of view, you are more than welcome, to just watch another content, watch another channel that might be more better than what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not good, maybe some other guy says more accurate than me, and things like that. And I recommend you, to just watch another content. Or also, if you, another recommendation, you can say in the comments what I'm saying wrong in this video and what I'm saying wrong in many videos, and you can, we can try to have some discussions, and maybe we can have another resolution, and we can have another topic and another perspective of the topic I'm talking in this video in the comments, and we can elaborate, so yeah, this is the what I'm saying. This is what I want to tell you, about this thing. So yeah, nobody's perfect. We all tend to we all tend to do things right, but at the end of the day, we're still not perfect, and we still try to find a way to make things right. For example, even on my channel, I didn't start this channel with a plan. I started this channel in a general thing, like presenting you guys one of my hobbies. I like playing video games. I like walking. I didn't have a specific plan. It's just like that. And it's good to be natural. It's good to be a natural way to not really focus on one topic, just many topics, and to focus. Many things to observe and analyze, and with this, you can have a whole lot of picture about life itself. So yeah, this is all I'm saying. So yeah, now guys, back to the video. I hope you can see me and hear me well. I'm using a stick now, so you guys can see me a bit well, even though with the best I can, So I'm walking now. I consider I'm walking through a Sydney suburb. It's a bit, let's say, quiet here. CBD. It's a bit too crowded and too noisy. And sometimes I'm going there, but sometimes it's good to just walk in Sydney. So I think it's near Punchbowl and Punchbowl area. So yeah, I want to tell you guys, so since 2020, since that we all know the pandemic hits and COVID hits the world, and we we had to do some changes in our lives. We all know that this pandemic changes our perspectives, and I want to tell you that this thing, even though I was starting my channel in 2020 and I had a lot of plans, what I'm doing with my life. I had a future. I want to study something. So after that, everything stops, and even I was believing for a second in this pandemic, like, oh, it's COVID time. Oh, I even make a video in my channel. We need to wash hands. We need to blah blah blah. And it was kind of even my family believes, But after a while, I deleted that video because I found out I was in the middle of a big scam, and just like, many people didn't believe that kind of that kind of notion that it's a pandemic or something. So if that, remember, like, we had to social distancing ourselves, and we didn't allow to get close to each other, and it was just like a part of a design, and was not like in our good intentions. And that was true in some parts. And before 2020, in my personal experience, in my personal opinion, things were quite simple, even though it was not perfect, but things were quite simple. You could easily get around some people, some group of people. You could talk deep conversations, maybe late at night you could talk. You could have some access to some good supporting groups, and things were quite smooth in life. But since 2020, everything changed. People were very distant to each other, very cold between each other. There were no real feelings. You see, you see like many people, or many people on Facebook, they have accounts. Like, you talk to someone before 2020, you felt like everyone is real. You could talk to someone on Facebook and you could set up a date or a meeting and they show up. But since 2020, every people that pretend to be real, and later on they turn out to be a big scam, like, the scam thing, you name it. A lot of scams on the internet and things like that, and it was just made us feel like we couldn't trust anyone. We had a big trust issues in many people. Even though some people in our lives could be good and could be walk around and be good people, but we couldn't notice because we were kind of confused about who is the real people and who is the bad people, or the fake people. So this what happened, guys. It was creating some kind of confusion between people, and even families. Even, no wonder, you see on the you see on the YouTube, on the internet, many guys, even from America, from United States, and from different part of the world, what they do, like me, they push a button on the phone and they record themselves ranting about, I'm lonely, I don't have any friends, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a family, I don't have a wife. And I appreciate those people that, they ranting themselves, that they were very honest to themselves, and it was just like, but seeing many people like this, many people on YouTube, and they were real, really real. I researched myself, you can search also, and seeing many people like this and renting themselves like that, and they are very honest, and deep down they feel like they want to change something. They want this society to be changed and to have some sort of change in this kind of world. And seeing these people, makes you wonder that everything had a basic thing. Where all of this started, where all of this was kind of, what is the root of all of these problems? And you start to think that since 2020, since the pandemic hit, even before the pandemic was problems and was kind of things like issues in our lives. But pandemic was kind of hitting toll in our system, in our community. And it was just like they forced us to wake up on something. They forced us to see things differently. And personally, to be honest, even though I was kind of affected, because I couldn't have any friends, I could see the world that should be a change, should be something that we need to change. Not like, I'm just stuck up in a box and thinking that, it's bad, we couldn't. I feel inside of me that should be a light at the end of the tunnel, should be a change, but we must find it. And we can find it with these rants, with this thing, speaking honestly what we feel, even though we should speak like in front of some meeting or something, instead of speaking through a phone. Even though it's good, this one, we can speak in YouTube about what we really feel about our story and things like that. But also we need to speak also in reality, in life, itself. And this is what my opinions are. This is what I feel like about this kind of thing. So yeah, guys, so this is my view about this topic. Why 2020, since 2020, things got a big turnover to our society. And I guess, if we have some sense and discussions about this in the comment section also, we can find a resolution, and we can find what is really happening, with this society, with these people that, you know, they tend to be, before 2020, they tend to be closer, they tend to have some sense of community. But now it seems like many people in general, they kind of close to each other, they kind of close inside to themselves. They don't speak up. They kind of, you know what I mean. And, you know, this is why, you know, many people have struggling, you know, people like myself that want a change. They want something to change. Like, they see this thing like it's not good and they want a change, you know. They want a change in our lives and in our society. But it's very hard, you know, especially with what happened. Things got out of control, you know. You see, even though you see, we all know inflation, like many products, like they were out of control in their prices. Inflation, economically, like I said, economy was affected. Many people cannot afford, you know, to buy something, like even a house or even have a job, you know, a stable job, you know. I want to tell you also a story, because from my experience, you know, like I said, you know, it says, you know, and from experience, if you talk from experience, you understand the whole thing. So I'll give you guys an example. So what happened in 2021, when was the heat times in this pandemic, was kind of vaccine, was kind of more pressure, more hard times. I was working in a job. As a security officer, and I was working. Ironically, they put me to work in a hotel quarantine. You know, when people came back then, if you had to go to another country by plane, you had to stay in the hotel quarantine for 14 days before they let you out in free. It was just like a prison. So they put me in that security officer job position while I was in that job, you know, making sure people doesn't exceed their hotel rooms. That was in the job plan. And come a point where, you know, I'm talking about many people lost their job in that time, lost very good jobs, like maybe even 20 or 30 years they lost these jobs. And I was just working there, like let's say I think I was working just 2 years, you know. 2019 I got that job, so 2021 it was 2 years. So before the pandemic everything was well, and after the pandemic, you know, things got a big turn. So they all put us, all the employees, including me, they force us actually in a letter from the employer that all the employees must vaccinate or they will be fired. They told us like direct, we were gonna get fired if we didn't take the vaccine. And since I was in the middle of choice, I didn't, I was having even this channel, but I didn't post because I thought was not really worth it. But now I think it's worth it to tell you. I did the vaccine because I didn't know I was put in a middle, because even though I thought that was a scam, but the vaccine thing, I was still in a confusing state. And they put us, all the employees, was kind of 100 employees made this free vaccination of COVID. And you imagine this. So I don't know, maybe I'm healthy, I don't know if I guess I'm okay now, but I'm still a bit suspicious about this. But if I didn't take that vaccine, I could lose my job. So I did it because that time I felt like I had no choice. But right now, in this moment, if I am back there, I could say no. I could say no, go away. I rather lose my job than be suspicious all my life that I could have something from these vaccines. But I didn't follow that. But anyway, my mistake. But yeah, what can I say? No, let's be honest, many people didn't want to lose their job, their good job, like let's say 40 years of the job. Maybe even they had that job in that time history for, like, let's say they took that job in 80s or 90s, and having that condition to get the vaccine in terms of losing that job, you put yourself in this position, how you feel. But anyway, what can I say? We all do mistakes, we have to learn from it, and that's the most important thing in life. We should learn from mistakes. But anyway, guys, wait, show you. It's kind of fireworks. Maybe it's a sign. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, just positive, a bit positive. Hope gives you a bit of, good feeling. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's the video, guys. That's what I want to say. I hope everyone, understand, my point of view about this. I hope you guys, leave a comment, and saying your opinions also and your stories and what you think about 2020 and what changed, everything you feel about 2020, what happened. And maybe we can also create some sort of topic, and we can discuss in the comments. And please, guys, anyone, I don't know, but anyone who doesn't like my videos or my content, I recommend you guys feel free to watch another channel. There's plenty of channels out there to talk about this topic, and some guys might be more accurate than me, might be more good than me, and you can learn something from that video. Or you can comment what I said wrong, what is the wrong thing I said, or what is the mistakes I did in this video. And I'm happy to talk with you and create some sort of discussion, and maybe we can have a resolution and we can agree in some point, and that's the best way. So yeah guys, with that being said, I hope you understand, appreciate this video, and I will see you guys in my next one with more interesting topics to share. Thank you, and hope you have a good night in Sydney.